Professionally, this pandemic has re-emphasised how vital optometrists are and how much passion I have in helping people.
That optometry has been recognised both by the public and by our doctor colleagues in both general practice and in secondary care has been a vital part of the UK healthcare system.
Professionally, I enjoyed preparing the practice for reopening.
It's pushed me to work totally outside of my comfort zone and to really appreciate the community that exists within the optometry sector.
As a leader, I feel I've grown in ways that I never would have done if it wasn't for a situation like we're having at the moment.
It's taught me to invest in ourselves and actually use our time wisely by learning skills and picking up different things during this time which are beneficial in the long run.
Professionally, I feel it's more of what's to come, so how we have to adapt ourselves to the new normal, as they're calling it, and how we're going to interact with our colleagues, interact with our patients. I think it will be a learning curve for everybody.
Professionally, it's been a very interesting time learning lots about acute and emergency eye care in the hospital setting. Also trying to figure out how we can get better links between community optometry and the hospital eye service, and perhaps using technology to our advantage.
The pandemic has reminded me of the value of teams. We can't do this alone.
Professionally, it's taught me that optometrists are key workers within the community, key workers in the hospital.
Professionally, it's been fantastic. It's been a great opportunity for me to do more CPD, more CET, and even looking at diversifying within the world of optometry.
The pandemic has shown me just how adaptable and resilient the optometry students I work with have been. And it's also shown me just how important health literacy is among the population. We as healthcare professionals have an important role to play in delivering that health literacy to the people we serve.
I think if anything, these months have taught me that you need to keep your skills up to date and not get complacent in the safety net of the test room.
Professionally, it's quite how much we can achieve if we all work together.
It's highlighted greater scope for telemedicine going forward.
So the pandemic has made me realise how easy it is to quickly feel out of touch with optics when not practising. So online CET and webinars is something that I've really been trying to get involved in to keep reinforcing and building on my knowledge.
And I believe having this time to study without the pressure of work all the time has actually made me better prepared for my exams. It's strengthened my knowledge base, and I think that's going to make me a more confident optometrist.
After a week or two of panic, we've settled into a new way of life with social distancing as the new norm and telephone consultations dealing with a lot of our patients' problems without them having to come into practice.
And I've learned through volunteering at the local emergency eye treatment centre that optometry can work really well in cooperation with secondary care to provide face-to-face consultations for those patients who've needed them during this time of lockdown.
Professionally, I've learned that working from home isn't a bad idea so long as you set yourself up properly.
It's also taught me how much I love my job, how much I miss caring for my patients. So in a way, one could say it's been a blessing in disguise.
So the pandemic has taught me professionally that there are new ways of practicing. I think the way that we're practicing at the moment will be implemented going forward in both community and hospital practice.
I've learned that we need to learn to change and adapt quickly, because the only thing is constant in life and in business is change.
I'm going to have to become very good at doing bulk on undilated pupils. I'm going to have to become very good at doing teleconferences and video consultations, and my role's going to change and it's going to become a lot more clinical as well.
It has shown me that we will get through this together and come out stronger than before. And to be honest, I've never been more proud to be an optometrist.
Being mindful of the many stresses and challenges that everyone is under, being concerned about health, well-being, finances and businesses.
So professionally, the pandemic has shown it's about time we looked at ways to upskill ourselves in the clinical aspect as an optical profession to reduce any burden on the NHS.
The current situation has shown me how vital optometrists are in providing healthcare. During this time, I've been studying for my IP qualifications so that I can provide further care to my patients going forward.
The pandemic has made the general public more aware that the optons are also responsible for taking care of the health of the eye rather than just giving them a prescription for their glasses.
The pandemic has taught me to be more adaptable and flexible, both to changing circumstances and in how I practice.
I think it's taught me the importance of resilience in making the most of any situation
being prepared to accept and adapt and embracing all the positives that I think will come out of this crisis.
What I do know is that optometry will still be there as a community, we'll still be serving our patients as best we can, and that the college will still be there for you.